Sir, I am Vijayalakshmi, working in GST department. I have joined the department 10 years back. Can you brief us regarding a new pension scheme?
Those who are recruited in service, government service after 1/1/2004 are covered under the National Pension Scheme. National Pension Scheme has two type of accounts. One is Tier 1 account, another one is Tier 2 account. Tier 1 account is for the government employees, Tier 2 account is for the public. In Tier 1 account, whenever the subscriber pays some amount towards the subscription, simultaneously there is a contribution from the government side also, whereas Tier 2 there will be no contribution from the government.
Sir, is the contribution to the new pension scheme is mandatory, sir?
Yes, it is not optional. Every employee has to contribute from their salary. Basic plus DA 10% they have to contribute towards the NPS. There is no option. In old pension scheme, towards the GPF subscription, subscribers has the option to contribute. It is also mandatory, but they can have the option either to contribute minimum 6% of the basic pay up to maximum 100% of the basic pay they can contribute towards the GPF. Whereas in NPS, it is mandatory, but whereas the contribution is a fixed one, 10% of basic plus DA, every employee has to contribute towards the NPS Tier 1 account.
Sir, whether the government will contribute a certain percentage to the NPS employees?
Definitely. In GPF amount attracts interest, whereas in NPS, every time when the employee contributes 10% from basic plus DA, simultaneously there will be a deposit of 14% from the government side to their NPS account. So every month employee will contribute 10% of basic plus DA and government will contribute 14% of their basic plus DA.
Sir, whether the NPS contribution will attract any interest?
No. NPS amount lying with the NPS account will not attract any interest, whereas the government employees contribution and the government contribution will be handled by the Pension Fund Regulator Development Authority. The fund managers appointed by this authority will manage this NPS fund and they will invest this fund in government securities and option of the government employee in private securities. When they get the return of this investment, it will be distributed among the NPS subscribers. So apart from their contribution and government contribution, they will get this return as a accumulated wealth. So there is no interest, whereas they will get accumulated wealth.
Sir, whether I can get advance or withdrawal from my NPS account, is it possible?
Yes, there is a facility for withdrawal, whereas no advance facility. NPS subscribers has the facility to withdraw the amount from their NPS account, but there are certain conditions. In NPS account, employee contribution, employer contribution, government contribution and accumulated wealth. Three amounts are lying. Total amount consists these three parts: employee contribution, government contribution and accumulated wealth. Withdrawal is permissible 25% of the employee contribution, not from the whole amount.
Yes.
Employee, suppose one employee intended to take the withdrawal, that is they have to complete minimum after 3 years continuous contribution. After minimum 3 years continuous contribution, they are entitled to take withdrawal from their contribution 25%, maximum 3 times during the entire service for the reasons listed down. The reasons are critical illness, marriage of children, education for children and purchase of residential plot. For these reasons, they can withdraw their NPS amount from their contribution.
So the contribution is mandatory till my retirement, or shall I exit in the middle of my service term?
For every employee, contribution towards the NPS is mandatory, but not till retirement. I said after 3 years they can withdraw from their contribution. Like that, one employee has contributed continuously for 10 years. If they desire to come out of the system, there is an option premature exit. After 10 years of contribution, if they want to come out of the system, they can come out. But after 10 years, their NPS account will have certain amount, their contribution, government contribution and accumulated wealth. But they cannot withdraw all the amount. There is a condition, once they are exiting from the system after 10 years, 20% of the amount lying with the account they can withdraw. Balance 80%, they have to deposit with the Pension Regulatory Development Authority authorized fund managers to purchase annuity for payment of pension after retirement.
So please explain about the final settlement.
At the time of superannuation, there is no payment of salary to the employee, so there is no contribution from the employee, and simultaneously there is no contribution from the government side. The system come to an end. So at the time of superannuation, the final settlement will come into the picture. At the time of superannuation, from the amount lying with their NPS account, they are entitled to withdraw maximum 60%. It is the option of the employee. If they desire to withdraw 10%, they can withdraw. But up to maximum 60%, suppose their account is having 30 lakhs rupees, up to 18 lakhs they can withdraw. Balance 12 lakhs, they have to purchase annuity from the fund managers towards the payment of pension after retirement. So 60% of the withdrawal depend upon the option of the employee. This 60% withdrawal can be do in a single go or in a phased manner up to the age of 75 years. As I said earlier, if the account is having 30 lakhs, the employee can withdraw up to 18 lakhs. These 18 lakhs can be withdrawn in a single option or in multiple phases up to the age of 75 years of the retiree. For example, first year 1 lakh, second year 3 lakhs. After 2 years, they can withdraw 5 lakhs. In multiple phases, they can withdraw this 60% of amount up to the age of 75 years. After 75 years, there is no option of withdrawing the amount from their NPS account. At the time of retirement, they have to submit this option for withdrawal of amount from their NPS account.
Suppose I have decided to withdraw 60%. What about the remaining 40%? So?
Good. With the balance amount of the remaining 40% only, you are going to be paid with the pension. You have to purchase annuity using the balance 40% amount. What is the balance amount? From the 30 lakhs, you have withdrawn 18 lakhs. Balance using 12 lakhs, you have to purchase annuity from the fund managers. Depending upon the annuity type, you will be paid with the pension. There are 4 types of annuity. You have to decide how much you are going to withdraw, then you have to decide what type of annuity you are going to purchase. In the first type of annuity, you will be paid with monthly pension. After your lifetime, the system will come to an end. Your spouse will not be paid with any amount or pension. If you purchase second type of annuity, you will be paid with pension after retirement. After your lifetime, the purchase amount 12 lakhs will be returned to your spouse. If you purchase third type of annuity, you will be paid with pension, whereas after your lifetime, the purchase price will not be returned to your spouse. Your spouse will be paid with the pension till lifetime of your spouse. If you purchase fourth type of annuity, after retirement, you will be paid with the pension. After your lifetime, the purchase amount 12 lakhs will be returned to your spouse, and your spouse will also paid with the monthly pension till lifetime. So there are 4 types of annuity. You have to decide which type of annuity you are going to purchase. At the same time, you should note, if using this 12 lakhs, if you purchase first type of annuity, you will get more pension. If you purchase fourth type of annuity, in case something happened to the retiree, what will happen? The fund manager has to return the purchase price and they have to pay the pension to the spouse also. So they have some risk. Ultimately, you will be paid with less pension. The purchase amount is same, 12 lakhs. If you purchase first type of annuity, your pension will be different. If it is second type, third type, fourth type, your pension will be different.
Sir, if the employee expires during service, whether his family will get pension?
Definitely. If the NPS subscribers expired during service, their spouse will be treated on par with the old pension scheme. They have to submit one option. If the new pension scheme employee subscriber expired during service, the spouse of the employee will be treated on par with the old pension scheme and paid with the family pension as per the old pension scheme. What is the family pension in the old pension scheme? 60% of the pension, applicable pension, or 30% of the last basic drawn is the family pension. Suppose the employee is drawing 60,000 rupees as a basic pay, then the family pension is 18,000 per month. 18,000 plus dearness relief will be applicable for the spouse of the employee, and the NPS contribution by the employee will be returned to the spouse.
Sir, recently I have heard about the unified pension scheme. Can you explain that?
Unified pension scheme recently announced by the government. Full details are not available. Whereas those employees covered under the new pension scheme, if they opt for unified pension scheme, once they have completed 25 years of service, they will get pension on par with the old pension scheme employees. What is the pension for old pension employees? 50% of the last basic drawn. So once they have completed 25 years of service, if their basic pay at the time of retirement is 60,000, then they will get 30,000 plus dearness relief on their retirement. That is the only detail available under the unified pension scheme.
So thank you for sharing the details of NPS.
Welcome, madam.